I think winning is addictive a little bit. Like once you taste it, it's such a great feeling that like all your hard work is paying off. Losing is like, I replay things in my mind all the time. I just don't want to experience it again. I just want to be the best, you know? I don't really care what the competition is called. If I sign up, I want to win. My name is Laura Horváth and I'm from Budapest, Hungary. I think I wanted to be competitive and in sports ever since I can remember. My family is pretty sporty. I think it was inevitable for me. And also, I don't know why, but I'm just very competitive in everything I do. We have like these events in the district. It's like all the schools, like every year in the springtime, they have like this running event. I can remember that I was the only one signing up. And then we had like same but with mountain bikes. So it was like a 5K loop. I wanted to take part in all these events that were happening, and within my school that was not very popular because the kids that went to the school were not really into sports. They were more into like music or painting or all kinds of arts. I think it's also majorly because of my parents, because my mom was still teaching at the time and she took kids from her school. So I was like, oh, I'll just come with you. And then I went with them. We're gonna go to my parents' climbing gym because, I mean, we were supposed to go originally, but they just told me today that they're not gonna be here. They went to Croatia for the boat, whatever. So Christoph and I are doing the climbing today, like helping out a little bit, but I guess you guys are gonna climb a little bit, or am I? I don't know. I don't know what's the plan.
Will you climb?
I can, yeah.
Yeah,
if you want me to.
Yeah, I've always wanted to actually see
Yeah,
you do it.
it's not as impressive as you would think. I'm not as good as I used to be. But this used to be my school. I used to go here for 13 years.
You went here too?
Yeah, all three of us. And like that's where you would start off. That's for first graders only. They're in a completely different building, and then you move into the big building from second grade through high school if you stick around that long. And you'll see it's like there's a little fireplace there, and like these are all projects that kids who would go to the school make for the school.
The school had this big like sports hall, and my dad was teaching there. He wanted to build a climbing gym because the ceilings at the gym at the school was very high, like fairly high, like 8 meters tall. So he was like, oh, why not? With his friend together, they like wall by wall, they slowly started building it. And they started like a little over 30 years ago. As I can remember, I grew up in the climbing gym watching others climb. My dad was coaching kids there who wanted like aspired climbing. They went to like European championships and world championships in climbing. My dad took them when they qualified. So I think that was very inspiring for me to be like them. When I was a little bit older, like 8 to 10 years old, like it was me when he was coaching me, and we climbed together and we went to competitions together. And in my teenage years, that's when I really got really good, and he took me to like all the bigger events.
Did Christoph do this too?
No.
No?
I was the only one. I don't know why. Like him and my younger brother, they never really got interested in climbing.
Oh. It's just Laura's thing.
So climbing is the only thing there. You've got like basketball.
You can play soccer, basketball, handball, whatever, volleyball, badminton, tennis.
What was it about climbing that got you like?
I guess my parents mostly. So my parents outside of the school can use the climbing gym whenever they want in like PE classes. But outside of that, in the afternoons from 4 p.m., they have kids come after school activities. They can come from this school or they bring them from other schools and they can come and climb. They have lessons like every hour. They have like warm-ups and then they climb and cool down stretches. So they've been doing that for 30 years, my mom and dad together. And it's like every hour from like 3, 4, 5, 6, they have one class of kids that come and they can climb.
Like the family business at our family means that everyone works at all times. So in the family business, So sometimes we take over the climbing when they're gone, but it's fun. And then we know most of the people who come here.
I found CrossFit when I was 16, 17 years old. It actually came through Christoph, my older brother. I think he saw it on TV in a global gym and he just thought it was cool. He actually made my dad buy like a barbell, buy a kettlebell, buy some plates, and he brought it into the climbing gym. He didn't really know how to do a proper snatch or clean and jerk, but he taught himself on YouTube mostly, watching the OG's videos. And after I was done with my climbing training, I was like, oh, maybe I'll join him. Mainly I joined him to get better for climbing. I just started doing it with him after I was done with my sessions. And he also brought his friends from school, so it was like 4 or 5 boys doing like squats and like trying to deadlift and doing muscle ups and pull ups in the climbing gym. And it was funny because even after I was done with my climbing, I was like, hey, I'll join you guys. And they were like, oh, really? You like this 16-year-old girl? The 20-year-old boys were like, oh, maybe not. But then I still joined them and then I was kicking their butts. So it was funny. They didn't really enjoy having me around, but I always wanted to do what Christoph was doing. Like I was this little shadow. So I was always there, you know.
Is that uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Fran was the first workout we found, so we did that. But for her, the first workout was NG, I think. Pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. It took me such a long time to learn just the OG kipping pull-ups, and I was stoked when I get them. And she just comes in, you know, I'll show her like, this is what I learned now. It took me X amount of time to learn it. And she jumps up, does it straight away, and then it was annoying because she always won workouts very convincingly. And then there's a 3-year age gap between us. She's also a girl, she's also younger than me, and me with my friends trying to work out, and there she comes and then just, you know, destroyed us. You can imagine, it's not a, it's annoying.
Csak hárman jöttetek? So I have a corgi. I got him in 2023 in September. And I think it was the best decision of my life. Like, he just brings so much happiness. I think he also grew on my family. My parents were like, who is this? Like, no, we don't want a dog. And then now they are obsessed with him. I'll have some handstand push-ups, some snatches, and then some upper body accessory like presses, pulls, stuff like that in the morning, so it's not really a workout. When Christoph bought the weightlifting equipment, the barbell and the plates, the climbing gym, my dad was like, okay, this is great, but maybe you guys should learn how to properly do weightlifting. He was like, maybe find the closest weightlifting club in the city and go there like once or twice a week so you know how to do weightlifting. So Christoph went, obviously he didn't tell me he went, he's like, oh, it's great. They are like all these cool like guys they're lifting, and these like seniors like are the coaches, like they're also, you know, like hanging out there, but they're like coaching kinda. He was like telling how cool it is. I was like, Dad, can I go too? And he was like, yeah, of course. And Christoph was like, Laura, you cannot come. There is not even a female changing room. Like, you cannot come here. And I was like, obviously I have my way, so I did go with him. And the coaches, like, everyone loved me. It was great. They were like, oh my God, finally a female. I was this 16-year-old little girl, and they're like, yeah, finally a girl signing up for weightlifting. So yeah, they loved me there. I think it's like how we are evolving as also females. Like back in the day, it was important to like be thin and skinny and like almost disappear. And now it's like take up space, you know, and get stronger and not just like weaker and smaller. It's like it's very important to also take up space, you know. So I think that's why more and more females are going into strength training. For me to gain like 5 kilos in the lifts, I don't necessarily need to get stronger, I need to get more explosive. When you are a little girl and you have a bigger brother, I think you look up to the person. From his side, I think it was like I was this little annoying sister who just wanted to, you know, hang out with him and his friends, which back at the time I don't think he really appreciated. But now I think we became really good friends over the years. At the beginning, it started like he helped me with this and that, and then he was kind of coaching me. And then when I qualified to a competition, I gave him my coach's pass because like, why not? He's there at the gym with me, like why wouldn't he be my coach?
I'm essentially her day-to-day assistant that would involve from negotiating brand deals to keep the brand communications going, aligning her travel with her schedule. I'm also in the gym with her day-to-day, providing as much help as I can. I think she prides herself on being a very autonomous athlete, which is fantastic when it comes to competition, but sometimes it's good to have someone there to remind her of not necessarily technical cues, but like, hey, if you feel like today didn't go well, then think about the days that you had prior, and it's not that bad of a day, you just had a couple of hard training sessions. And like, I think these small things might push the needle forward.
So it was like multiple roles that he took on, you know, like from big brother, you're gonna coach me, you're gonna help me with this. So it was cool. Maybe looking back now, sometimes I could have been a little bit, you know, like annoying, like why is she like doing all the things that I wanted to do, you know? But I think looking back now, it's really cool to like how we inspired each other and how we helped each other in this journey.
First and foremost, especially maturing with age, I guess, and then really taking time to reflect on her journey within the sport. I just feel gratitude because she achieved so much despite her young age, or because of it, I'm not so sure. But it has been a privilege to see that day in and day out.
I have peanut butter and jelly at home. I just need the bread.
See the bread.
Yeah, I run out of bread. So.
I managed to break through and make it to the games in 2018 and took second there. I went there to win, and I was very happy with the podium finish. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just in my DNA, like I want to win every competition I sign up to. Like you sign up to the competition to take first, in my opinion. I don't know other people, but that's my goal. If I sign up, I want to win. And then in 2023, I took first at the CrossFit Games. It meant a lot because I was working towards that goal since I started in like 2016-15. 2 years ago, I started participating in weightlifting. It's just like me being a CrossFitter, being strong enough to compete with the current weightlifting field in Hungary is pretty cool, I think. I just enjoy it. It's a different community, different rules. CrossFit gym you go, it's like pumping music, everyone is screaming. In a weightlifting club, everyone is in silent mode, there's no music, so you just like focus on your lift. I think there's more coaching, more history, more depth to it a little bit than CrossFit. So I really enjoy it. It's a different scene.
Christoph and I, finally, eventually, we are opening our own space now. So it's just down the road from where I train currently. And you guys get to see how it looks. It doesn't really look like a CrossFit gym just yet. It's a big empty warehouse.
Got it. Yeah, I remember you saying you're gonna do that after you won.
Yeah, I wanted to open it for a while now. Like ever since we started like seriously doing CrossFit or fitness, we wanted our own space. It just was never the right time or the right spot, or I don't know, other priorities were.
Yeah.
But now Christoph and I decided to have our own, and we found the perfect location. So you guys
Awesome.
get to see it. Equipment's already ready, but we are not. This is gonna be changing rooms in this like in an L shape. The CrossFit or like functional fitness space is gonna be in the back, and then we also want to do like a little bit of bodybuilding. So it's gonna be like everything you ever wanted in a gym. We're gonna have, hopefully. Rogue is nice enough to get it out for us, so it's gonna be sick.
It sounds cliche, but yes, I don't just want to be remembered by what I've achieved, but like what I gave back to our community or how I changed people's lives. But I don't like to have them out. I have some belts there, some 2018. They were like all out in the hotel, so I took one.
What is this?
It's a domino set. It's like just in a cool case. It's funny because I never thought I'd be someone who inspires other people, but I don't think I inspire people by what I achieve, like how many first places I have in whatever events. It's more like girls look up to me because I am who I am. you know, it's like a little bit of body positivity as well, and like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. Like, you don't have to look a certain way to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Sometimes I meet people and they tell me, I'm like, oh my God, I look up to you, like I started doing this and that, and like it's because of you, like I started going to the gym because it's so empowering and you talked about it or we've seen you, and like I think that's so much bigger than like winning a medal.
I don't like currently what we are doing. I mean, it's not like I don't like it. I need to trust it that it's gonna, I know where we're gonna be going. It's just like, this is like, you know, not what I'm used to, is boring. But I know it's gonna pay off. Like it's gonna be, yeah, this year is gonna be really good.
I am really looking forward to the World Fitness Project and also the Rogue Invitational, because that's where my main focus is this year. The World Fitness Project, they are starting with their own league or competition series.
We're talking about professionalizing the sport for such a long time, and like I think what they are doing for fitness in general is moving the needle in the right direction.
They have 3 events this year. You get points by participating and reaching rankings, and then at the end there's going to be like a final where the points are like more significant. They crown the best athlete out of all 3 competitions. So ideally you compete in all 3, but you can also just take part in one. It's not just strength, it's also speed, it's gymnastics. You have to be like agile, you have to be fast and strong, and it's a little bit of everything, you know? That's what like fitness is all about. They're trying to create this amazing human who can do it all.
But I'm also hoping that with the World Fitness projects, that something that we missed for a long time since she actually came into the CrossFit scene is portraying her in her own environment and following along and getting the fans along the journey to get to know her a little bit. Because I think the most exposure Laura has is always at competitions, and she's a very different person. And I think everyone is when she competes versus when she's just hanging out. And I think that's almost like the perception of the public has of her at the competitions. That's one of the reasons why she's like, well, if you think this is the way I am, then this is the way I am. I'm not gonna try to convince you otherwise.
I really like this sport and I enjoy doing it. I'm going for the top. I always sign up for competitions to take first. All 3 events, I'm going for the top spot. I just hate losing, you know? Like, taking second place sucks so much. It's like the worst. And I took second so many times in my life, I would know if anyone. Taking the second place is the worst place to be. Third place is like, you are like I still made it to the podium, yeah. Second place is like, fuck, I am the biggest loser. And first place is like, yeah, I won.
Laura Horváth picks up her first event win of the 2024 World Invitational.